I think it played.
Yeah, actually, I think it did. We're live. So welcome everybody to the first ever Snakin Around.
Woo!
Yeah.
Looks like nobody's here yet, but looks like Modern was here at one point. She'll probably come back.
She will be cooking. So we're probably gonna have guests in and out. We announced
there we
the
go.
show a little earlier on in the week. Everybody's been kind of subscribing and checking it out, but we're excited to have our first show.
A legit show, not just like Instagram Live.
Yeah, I know, like legit channel. Very cool intro. And we're excited to finally like be here and be with you guys and kind of let's talk some snakes.
Yeah. Probably won't have too many people for the first few. We'll just ramble to each other like we normally do.
Yeah, like we really do. Everybody's got to get a chance to get it out there. And there's a show, and there's another one everybody.
Woo, your internet's doing a thing.
So is it?
Woo, it was doing a thing there for a second. There we go. I think you're catching back up.
Okay, good. Yeah, right. My internet. Go figure. It's always like the bane of my existence with that. Is that internet? So here we are, back by our demand. We wanted to do our own snake show. Lauren's worked really hard all week into prepping for this show and getting the links and the bios and everything else done. And then we had the pleasure of we will have our official logo. That'll be unveiled once it's all said and done. So I guess, Lauren, let's let some of the new people that have never seen us know a little bit about us, and then we'll get started talking about some snake stuff.
Yeah. Did you want to do like a backstory of like how we got into ball pythons or reptiles in general?
That's always a good icebreaker. The first, stories. Everybody can see who we are, kind of how we are, and what brought us to having this awesome show.
Internet. Woo!
There it goes. Hopefully.
The internet's doing a thing. Oh, wait. It goes in waves.
Go figure. That would be my internet.
Okay. Do you want to go first?
No, you go first.
I go first? Okay. Oh, we just lost Nikki. I think he just accidentally backed out. Well, I guess I'll go first while she tries to get back in here. I got into ball pythons about 4 years ago now. I've always been into reptiles and animals in general. When I was a kid, I wanted to be a zoologist, but life gets in the way, things happen, plans change. But I always felt like, having animals was something that I was missing in my life. So about 4 years ago, I started watching Brian Barczyk, and there's Nikki coming back. Whoop. Hang on one second.
There we go. So you're talking about maybe
you're still choppy. That came through clear.
Okay. Let's see if it'll do that. Maybe
okay, you're good for now. You're good for now. So like I was saying, I got into ball pythons, starting to watch obviously Brian Barczyk, like a lot of people do. Watching him go around and explain the genes and stuff. Kurt, what's going on? So was like I really enjoyed learning all the different genes and stuff. Hey John. And so me and a friend of mine went to my first expo 4 years back, and I came home with my super Mojave female and a cinnamon pastel super lesser male, because my initial thing of getting into it was I want bells. And I don't know, it just kind of went from there, and it, exploded, and now I have as many as I have. And I don't know, we have more than ball pythons now. We have a boa. My fiance's into hognose snakes. We have a couple of species of those. We have a sulcata tortoise. We're also
Doesn't
keeping
do.
amphibians now. We just got into we just picked up I picked up a pair of White's tree frogs, and my fiance got a Pac-Man frog. We also have an American toad that we're raising up. And we also breed our own rodents, so, and then plus the dogs, plus a parrot. So it's literally an animal house. It's a little mini zoo in our house.
She never has a quiet moment whatsoever in her house.
Whoop, he's very choppy.
Yep. How's that?
That came through clear. You're kind of you're frozen, but there we go. You're good now. We're gonna work out the technical difficulties here, hopefully, guys. Me and Nikki always kind of struggle internet-wise sometimes, so it might happen here or there.
Yeah. So we're trying this. We'll get it straight. The videos won't be as choppy and all over the place as they kind of seem to be tonight. So got to work out those bugs.
Can't predict internet speeds.
Yeah.
Hey, I'm Punchy. Hello, Patriotic Morphs. How's it going, guys?
What's up, guys? What's up?
Well, yeah, so I mean, that's pretty much my story, and, you know, kind of got hooked like everybody else does on the bugs. So I guess, Nikki, your turn.
Oh, wow. Okay. Been doing this for about 3 years now. The reason that we started breeding is I actually wanted to be a herpetologist. I got a chance to go handle my first venomous snake. I will forever be amazed by the things that they do. I realized that
Oh, you're breaking up again.
Is that any better?
You're breaking up again.
Again? Oh, this internet. Let's see.
Yeah. Is it okay, guys? Is it just me, or is it like I don't know if it might be just me. Woo, pixelation. Okay, you're back. You're back now.
Am I? This internet. We promise.
Are you on your Wi-Fi?
Am I on my Wi-Fi? No, actually, I am actually on my Wi-Fi.
Hang on, guys.
Sorry,
yeah,
guys.
I can't understand, but
oh, I just lost Lauren. I guess it's me. I guess we'll see if it was just me. But I'll go into details so you guys can know. There's Lauren. She's gonna.
Woo, hang on, it kicked.
Oh,
I had to my internet just reset itself. I think it might have been me. Are we good?
Yeah, I'm good. Are you?
Everybody good? Okay, she's clear. Okay, it must have just been me. I reset my internet here, so hopefully we're back.
Hopefully.
I think you know what? I think I made an oops because I think I was still on 4G from when I was down at my parents' earlier. Because my parents' internet is very not good.
Yeah.
Okay. So I think
hopefully
I think I'm okay now.
Yours frozen on my end.
You're still froze for me for some reason.
There you go. Now you're not frozen on me anymore. Oh, the fun part's about trying to do your own talk show when you don't have like all that money, like, you know, your own broadcasting network to take all these bumps out on the internet. Oh, it's just me again. Lauren's we're gonna work on this. Again, this is like the first show, so we were prepared for technical difficulties and internet. Sometimes it comes, sometimes it doesn't. And we'll get it straight, but you know, for next time, right? Everybody can tune in to see how great we've got all the bugs worked out of the show. I can't actually see comments, so if you
okay. I don't know what just happened there. Let me see if I can scooch a little this way. That might help my phone.
Phones are so
picky
they are.
Okay.
Let's see if we can get Lauren all squared away back in here.
Oh, it's my internet.
It's okay. It happens to the best of us, these internet. I think because everybody's at home from COVID, I think the internets are just kind of slower. You never know. Oh, stop. So as we wait for Lauren to figure out,
Hang on one second.
oh,
Hang on one second. I gotta reset my Wi-Fi because apparently that's what's the problem.
Oh,
can we reset the internet? Yeah. I guess. It keeps kicking me off.
Well, yeah, she keeps getting booted.
Yeah. I think he's also on his Xbox, so that my internet's like, hey, you can't do two things at once.
No, we don't work that fast. What?
Well, I'm back on 4G, so and I have 3 bars, so we might be okay for a bit. Sorry, guys.
We're so sorry. I promise we're gonna get this all worked out.
First night show, technical issues.
We kind of plan for that though, because it seems like every time we get ready to do something, one of us has a technical issue.
Never fails.
And never fails ever since we started. God, almost a year ago. Holy cow! Yeah. It's been almost a year since me and you have like put this thing together.
That's crazy.
It's crazy. I'm telling you, and like everybody that we've met over the years, that's like it's been awesome to know everybody over the year since we started.
Look at all these awesome people that showed up. I wasn't even expecting this many. Thanks, guys.
You know what's funny? Lauren can see how many of you guys are. All I see is Lauren.
There's 8 people here.
Oh, you guys are so, I love it. Thank you guys for coming in and stopping in. And
yeah, we've got Dale from Patriotic Morse. We got Yokai Reptiles. We got Kurt. We have Skellz. Fire the first shortcut. Let's see who else we got. We got Amber here. Amber's husband's here. I am Punchy's here. I'm getting choked out by my snake, so you know.
She has to bring the big one, and like I just brought, the baby.
That's Ragnar, though. He's a pretty boy.
Yes. So this is Ragnar. He is the logo.
8 likes. Yes.
So we're excited about him.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see him as an adult. He's gonna be a killer.
He's so chill. He's just chill. He doesn't really care too much what's going on.
Yeah, he's gonna be a lady killer.
He's like, okay, whatever. He's like, Mom's got me. I gotta chill. We wanted to get on. I give you guys a taste kind of what our show is going to be like as we go through the different shows. At least once a week, you'll get a live show from us on here. And each time we'll be talking about a topic. If you guys have a topic you guys want us to actually talk about too, don't be afraid to DM us. We are glad to talk about any topics. We want to learn just as well as educate. So that's a little bit about the show. Always going to have a snake in hand. Don't know who it'll always be, but we'll constantly have snakes. I think me and Lauren are going to discuss genes and trees and feeding, and we're just going to go breedings. We are going to have a variety of people that we're going to get a chance to have on here and live with us, and we're going to talk about their experiences, like from the beginners to the intermediates to like the big people that have been in this hobby for as long as they've been in, and kind of get some new education out there. Ask some questions that you as a beginner breeder might want to be an intermediate breeder. So that's what we're going to do. We're always educating. There's never enough education out there about these animals. So if you get a chance to teach somebody, please step in and teach somebody, because that's what keeps our hobby alive.
And you're never in the hobby too long to learn something new.
Yep.
If you're not willing to grow in this hobby, you're doing it wrong.
Because trust me, these guys, not only do they grow a lot, but it's education. Nobody
Skellz suggested Saturday night roast of Kurtwood.
Oh, wow. So actually, we're kind of honored. It'll be Monday. Yeah, Monday. I'll actually have Kurt here, Kurt Jr. They'll be here if the snow holds out. Now, they're getting slammed if there was some snow, so if he can get out, but he'll actually be here. So he'll be our first live guest on here with us. It'll actually be Kurtwood.
How long is Kurt going to be there?
Kurt kind of does a turn and burn, so he'll probably be here for a day and then he'll leave again.
Okay, so that means we got to do a live on Monday. Got it.
Yeah, so Monday.
Turn and burn.
That's what he does. He comes down and he scoops up his snakes and he leaves. He'll be here to pick up him. And we'll get a chance to talk to him and his son. Kurt's beginner breeders and collectors and hobbyists. So we're gonna get his take on kind of what he's seen so far, and see if he has questions for anybody or anybody has questions for him. So look for that on Monday. As you continue to get choked out.
As I get choked out. She's putting you in a full Nelson is what she's doing.
She keeps moving her and I keep seeing this and she gets tighter.
She was in my hair for a second, which was making it more difficult. There we go. And I'm bumping the table. I'm sorry.
Yeah. Don't let her in your hair. That never ends well, especially if you take them to a Repticon.
Oh my gosh. I got lots of questions for Kurt, Skellz says.
See, Sean's always got lots of questions. Sean will come up with this stuff. And then maybe we might have to have Sean on here so he can, cut up with Kurt a little bit.
Yeah.
So I guess that's kind of like what our show is going to be like. We're hoping everybody enjoys it, gets some education out of it, learn something, is excited to see them. If you guys are, subscribe, push it, like it, smash the button. If you don't like it,
let's start a cool community.
Yes, do it that way. I guess Kurt is kind of new to it, so maybe we should make it a little difficult on his show and we'll talk a gene. How about that? We'll pick a gene. We'll let Kurt pick a gene and we'll talk about a gene.
Okay, Kurt, you got homework.
And then we'll get some education on some genes, hear what everybody has to say. So how many pairings, Lauren, are you expecting this season?
Well, let's see. I have had 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 pairings that have had confirmed locks. I was hoping for I'm hoping for 7. One's not going to go till later in the season because she's literally on a straight calendar. The one that I had go this season, she goes the same day. She ovulates the same day every year. She lays the same day every year. It's the weirdest thing. Even the breeder who owned her before me, her and I were talking this past season, and she was like, she laid and ovulated on the same days this year. And I said, yeah. And she said she did the same last year and the year before. So this girl, I'm not even bothering to pair her until next month. She'll have had 10 meals at that point after laying. She's almost there. So
for that type of time scheduling, I wish all females were like that. Lauren is have one like that because I have one that I swear she's death holding eggs. And then I had my big female that I was like, oh, she's going to take the season off this season, decided that now she wants to bull wrap. So she kind of kicked that one out for a couple of months behind, which she normally does. But, if anything, the snakes, they do snake things.
Yep. And she just wanted to wait a couple of more months. She did.
She's not going to overload me after the season. Be like, here's 11 eggs. Don't stress out. That's fine. So that's kind of the breeding. Man, you have a lot of breedings. I think I've had 13 breeding paired. I think I have 6 that are confirmed locks for this season. I have 2 that should start pre-lay sheds here soon. And then 1, like I said, my mimosa is still holding on to her eggs. Mm-hmm. She just won't give them up, but this is how she is. And then a couple more that'll kind of go late in the season. The spider yellow belly that we did the lace clutch with will go, and then the black pewter will go, and it'll be all kinds of craziness. I'm going to be getting snakes in this week actually. Modern. The
Jealous.
girls will be here.
Oh, I didn't know they were coming this week. That's exciting.
Yes, they'll be here. She's shipping in Tuesday. They'll be here on Wednesday. So Izzy and Crystal will be here. So those are gray matter maker females. Super stoked about having those guys here. I kind of got, you know, like all kinds of snakes just coming in this season for us.
Yeah, you got some killer stuff.
We do actually have some pretty killer stuff. We keep adding to it. I'll just let the secret out of the bag. Picked up another pair of a gene that Jason kind of has watched and learned about and thinks is going to be kind of like the Krypton. So we have a banana paint sentinel male coming. And then I decided that I was going to get him a buddy. So he has a female het paint coming. So
you didn't tell me that.
I figured, you know, can't let all the secrets out. But I had to. So that'll be here. We're gonna be working with paint, getting them from really awesome breeders. The Aussie Boyd.
Yeah, that snake. Oh my gosh.
The orange, I mean, he's going to be here, Willie G. And then Hendrix, the Blitz Acid. He'll be here soon. Crazy Boys coming in. Not enough girls to go around, so I'm probably going to be up in that game this season, I think. Bringing in some more females. Because I've got powerhouse males coming up. I actually have the Year of the Bamboos coming. Poe and Simba. So, what about you? What do you got coming in?
I got actually I have a handful of things coming in. I'm getting into the Dinker project with these guys, with Nikki and Jason. So I'm getting a couple of their kiddos in.
Yep.
And so I'm looking forward to working that. And then Jeff and I decided as a wedding gift to each other, we wanted to invest in a gene that's not as much worked with, but is very beautiful and more up there. Like like one of those ones that like a visual is like a couple $1,000. So we wanted to and I always think it's, more worth it to produce them on your own through hets. So we ended up, we're picking up a breeding pair of het monarchs. And the cool thing, Mary, what's up? The male is a proven breeder. He's a normal het monarch, but the female is a pastel het monarch. And the nice thing about her is she's already over 1,000 grams.
Oh, wow.
So yeah. She will probably be ready to go next season. So we could potentially have monarch babies next season.
Ooh,
and I am so excited. It's just waiting for the weather at this point.
That is that kind of is the tell all be all that we're going into spring and summer is when snake boxes start arriving at a rapid rate. So that'll be exciting. Monarchs, I'm excited about that.
I'm excited to mix it with a bunch of different genes and stuff. And I know it's more heavily worked with like over in Europe, I see more. But the cool thing about, hey man, where are you going? The cool thing about the ones we're getting is they're coming from the original like breeders collection. Rance, the guy who found the gene, he sold his collection off to Sydney over at MSB Reptiles.
Mm-hmm.
And she's working with Monarch now, and that's who we're getting the hets off of. So technically we're getting the original line of Monarch into our collection, and I'm so excited about it.
That is like that's like the cool thing to like get originals. Besides making them, I think that's a lot of why everybody's into the hobby too, is like the cool things you can make. Yeah, it's easy to go and buy some things you want to buy, and then some things that you can't. But like you want to produce, cool things. I think one of the reasons that I like being in this hobby is I can create things that I want, that are eye-catching to me. They might not be eye-catching to everybody, but they're eye-catching to me, and that's what we love about them.
I want to see some clown monarchs.
Yes. I'm dying for that. We'll see this. We'll go through this journey too. We'll see what Lauren, cool things she can say world first for her, like baby pandas and all kinds of good stuff, like what she's going to be making.
Yeah, that was a complete fluke. If we have that much luck the first time breeding the hets, holy smokes.
I know that was great. That was a big accomplishment. To have something like that.
Yeah, definitely
say that.
Definitely crazy.
Oh, you stop. Is
he getting sassy with you?
No, he's just I haven't worked with his face in a minute, so he's kind of like so it's like a fight, but I try to mess with their faces and like pet them on their necks and stuff, get them used to being like tossed around like spaghetti noodles.
Oh yeah. That's how this girl and the panda are. Like, they're so used to me touching them all over, they don't care anymore.
They don't.
I can hold them upside down and rub their face all over, and they don't care.
That's so. I mean, it's fun to have them. Like people say, like they don't have personalities or things like that. No, you kind of learn a little bit about your snake each time you take them out and hold them and care for them. Sometimes you have good ones, and then sometimes you have some that'll just be shocking.
Yeah, I definitely have one of those. She's so polar opposite from the rest of mine. She's just Satan spawn, I swear. Pulling eggs from her someday is going to be fun. I'm probably going to come away bloody.
We talk about that. I thought the first time that Jason actually pulled eggs away from a female, it was going to be like the most horrific thing, and like no, it wasn't. And it was like one of our badder ones that she just talked all the time, and she like tried to take her fingers off, and like he just walked, pulled him, and he was done. So, she probably won't be that bad.
Yeah, hopefully not. She likes to launch at my face.
Oh. Those are the
for hands. She looks for my eyes.
That's
every time.
Snake. That is a smart snake right there.
See, and that's typical from what I've heard of like super cinnamons. Like I've heard super cinnamons and super black pastels are like just in general are supposed to be very snappy. And she proves that right, 110%. But the weird thing is the panda doesn't. The panda is so chill and laid back. I could do anything I want to that snake, and he does not care. He's not hissed at me even once. So I don't know.
I
think it's kind of interesting.
What does everybody think about? Like, do you guys actually think that some of these snakes that say that they have attitudes, do you actually believe
genetic?
That's what it is, or do you just believe it's just their personality? Who knows?
I mean, I'm sure it could be a little bit of both, but I don't know. I've definitely heard like that, and I've heard what's another gene? I've heard a couple of other genes can be snappy. I don't remember off the top of my head, but I've heard that before.
Cinnamon champagnes can be snappy. When me and Jason first started looking around, we always would hear leopard. Leopard was a little testy at times. I think they all can be testy when they choose to be, but some of them I think are born just a little bit hotter in the genes, want to be a little, feisty. And if they can get away with it, then they're going to keep coming back for more of that feistiness with you.
Yeah. Absolutely.
But you never know with these guys. But if you do what you're supposed to for them, they'll just kind of be arm candy. Because if it wasn't for these guys, we all wouldn't get a chance to know each other or expand extended family, make new friends without these guys.
Yeah, this is probably the coolest hobby that I could ever think about getting in. I mean, just the community itself is so awesome. When you get in the right group of people, like it's awesome.
and
The
you know,
past year of being on Instagram for me has been so amazing, meeting all of these awesome people and all these awesome breeders and seeing the stuff they produce and meeting you guys, and it's been so stinking cool. And now getting to do stuff like this and having people show up, it's like, oh my gosh, we actually have friends.
we're going to show up, but we're just going to sit around and talk. So people that you guys did show up, we greatly appreciate it.
Yes.
You know, I have to agree with you. I didn't. You hear the horror stories all the time, and I'm sure that there's the goods and the bads. But like Facebook, we had our nasty run-in with those people, and they kind of people that produce so much negativity towards the hobby kind of wear you out for a minute. So it's like finding this community and Instagram and everybody we've met. It's a totally different group of people. It's more welcoming. It's like extended family. Like it's a big Italian family, and you guys are all gonna sit around the table and pass the
big old round table.
Yeah, big old round table.
Yeah, Colton.
So,
that's another one I've heard is puzzles. Colton Taylor says puzzles can be snappy also, and that's another one I've heard.
Yeah,
they can be spicy.
I will say, getting back to another one that's kind of spicy, red stripe. The red stripe that and he's a little testy. So, but I think they all can be testy in their own rights.
Everybody can have bad days. So can snakes.
Yeah. I mean, we do, right? Like, who isn't tired of wearing masks and being locked in the house and thinking about going out to dinner? But then you're like, I have to wear a mask, and that's just not what I want to do. So instead, you guys come with us right here on this lovely show.
Anybody have any requests for snakes they want to see?
Yeah,
any genes that they want to see examples of.
Maybe we can put it out there. Kurt has to think of his gene, but maybe we'll, anybody's got questions or want us to voice anything, then let us know. Let's see what everybody's got.
If we have something, I know Nikki has a lot more of different, Nikki has a more wide variety of genes than I do. My collection consists a lot of black pastel combos.
Lauren does a lot with a lot of different genes that I don't have in my collection, which is the most awesome thing in the world, because now I have somebody that has those genes. So eventually I can add them to my collection. But I do have an assortment of snakes. I don't have puzzle. I haven't gotten that one yet. Let's see what else. What else is out there that's big? Acid.
You're getting it though.
We're getting it. He's not here yet. Asphalt. That's another one. Kind of like gravel. Gosh, there's so many other, we were just talking today, I have calico, but I have calico in my boys and I need a female. So it's like you start to go, when you start to accumulate the genes in the house, you run into the thing today that me and Jason were actually talking about, and that's a good question. Does anybody do a snake tree? Like, you're going to start with this breeding pair and you're going to take it this far back to achieve what in your goal. So you start off with your pair, where do you send that male to that female or that holdback to achieve your goal? Does anybody actually sit there and think how many years out it'll take you to actually achieve your goal? Jason does it. He sits down and he takes a sire and decides this is the direction we're going to go. And that's why I think we get so many genes in here.
Yeah. Because that's the game I've been playing a lot this year, because I'm doing a lot of double het pairings.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Ours, this season, it's learning a lot about our females, because I've had a lot of females this season that are first timers. Kind of gauging them and then hitting it hard, because each year from here on out, and when you do it this way, the next year it brings in new females or males that you can't wait to grow up. I was actually just saying to Lauren the other day, it's great when we have these snakes, but I think the best feeling is when you have your first clutch, because you can sit back and go, I created this. I put this male with this female. They did the eggs. I did everything. So it kind of gives you that extra pep in your step when you use them. So
absolutely. Yeah, this past season being my first, it definitely sealed it for me. Like watching those little faces, come out of their eggs and stuff, and seeing them all for the first time. There's not a feeling like it.
You forget about the sliminess and like all that. You're just like, oh my God, you're a cute little face. And that's exciting. I have witnessed from both ends of just starting to having a clutch to being a couple seasons in. Enjoy the first time that you actually get a clutch, like revel in that, like, hey, I have my first clutch. Because it's a moment that that'll go with you throughout everything, and every clutch that you create.
Even if it's a normal to a normal, if you're getting all normals, like it's still, you're bringing life. You're the one that made them. You brought. Well, I mean, you didn't make them per se, but you're the one that put the parents together. Yeah, and you're the one that incubated the eggs and brought the babies into the world. So I mean, it's a big deal. I think it's pretty cool. I don't know. I look into it a little bit more in depth than like that too.
Yeah, it's kind of like you stress out about them longer. I feel like I'm more worried about them than I was when I was actually pregnant myself. Because I'm like, oh God, are they okay? Like, you start to like, when you're pregnant, it's a different thing. But like creating all these guys and getting the chance to see what comes in and out of your collections and your incubators and stuff like that. I think that's the defining moment of why we all do what we do.
Yep.
These guys are awesome. There's so much that you can learn from them. It just makes this hobby, each day it holds it even closer. So
yeah, and I mean, I got into the hobby in a pretty dark point in my life, so they saved me. To be honest, the snakes saved me.
If anything, will teach you patience. I have learned that over the years. Patience, and then some more patience. There was a saying in the military, hurry up and wait. Yep, that's basically what you're doing with the snakes. You're hurrying up and you're waiting. They do it in their own time. But it's an awesome community to be a part of. And I root for everybody. When I see the pictures on Instagram, of everybody's clutches and what they're having, it's just exciting to have this big of a community and selection, so to speak, because you find out kind of what everybody's into and who carries what, and it's kind of neat.
Yeah. And it kind of like inspires you to do different things with your own collection as well, which is pretty cool.
Some
like,
people
not to copy other people, but just like you get inspired, you get excited, you get more excited about different projects. I think that's why Justin Kabilka is so big, is with all his creativity with these genes is insane. And everybody wants to make their own because they see what they can do, what the genes can do.
Yeah.
And it's not so much as a copying thing. And oh man, I mean, for me, it's not about the money, like making the money off of the high end genes. It's about making things that you like and things that inspire you and make you excited.
Yeah, definitely. It's an inspiration to see these guys and what they create and what you have. And I have to agree, it's not a copying of things, because you might have a base gene that you love and somebody else just adds something to it. So you just kind of have to look at it as like, oh, hey, at least now I know what that looks like.
Yeah.
So everybody has their own way about all of this. So, but that's why we decided to do the show, is because we wanted to get a chance to talk about snakes, go in depth on topics and just kind of getting back to the all around love of these guys, and getting to meet new people and learn stuff and just educate
and learn ourselves, because
Yeah.
you're never too old in the hobby to learn. So.
Yeah. And everybody's got tricks and cool things that we can all kind of take and put into our own day-to-days and just learn. That's the best part about these guys, is it's always learning.
Yep.
But well, I think that's I think it's been a pretty good first show.
Yeah. We'll have more to talk about next time. We kind of threw this one together like just to get it out there and get started with something.
To dip our toes in the water.
Yeah. Test the equipment, test the stream, how everything works, and
kind of let you guys know that you guys could see our pretty faces on a weekly basis.
Apparently we're doing it on Monday, so Kurt can show his pretty face.
Yes, Kurt will be here in the snake room if snow doesn't snow him in Illinois with Junior. And I actually think they're bringing his sister, so I will actually get to meet Kurt's kids. So they will be here. He'll be picking up a snake, and I'm sure we'll let Kurt do his research to talk about a gene. Break him in that way. And let him pick the gene that we talk about, and we'll show off some snakes. We'll learn some stuff about some genes, and then we'll kind of do that from here on out until you guys are tired of seeing us. So we appreciate every one of you guys that stopped in tonight, who subscribed, who told your friends about it, everybody.
It's gonna get better. We're gonna plan it out a bit more. This one was kind of just thrown into it, but just to get something going.
New equipment, new lights, and all that other stuff. So we just kind of need to get our feet wet with this.
Skellz says, "Can we blur Kurt's face off like they do in the detective shows?"
You never know.
You're just gonna have to get like one of those like paned glass, like those paned glass that have like like the blur texture to it, and you just gotta hold it up in front of Kurt's face.
Yeah. Actually,
that show's just gonna be an endless show of giving Kurt shit.
That will, we'll just break the ice. That'll be our first roast. Will be Kurt here in the snake room.
Kayla.
Kayla's in the house, running around, doing fun things, taking care of all the snakes and whatnot. She's excited. And then we'll give Kurt a hard time. He'll probably teach us something. He's always teaching somebody something. And then we'll go from there. And then whoever the next gene, shoot us some suggestions after Kurt's off for the next show of a gene you guys want us to talk about. Hopefully we have them in the collection. If not, we will figure something out or find somebody that has that gene as a guest.
Yeah.
So we will definitely get down to all the genes that are in these guys, and do's and don'ts, and suggestions of breedings.
Hello. Hey, Braden.
There's my other cohort wanting to know like what we're doing. And then we'll get better. We'll get louder. We'll talk more. We'll show off more snakes. We'll get equipment.
Just gotta get a flow going.
Do what?
We just gotta get a flow going.
Yeah, we just have to get a flow. But this is our first funny one. We'll put it out there, and then we'll laugh about this a year from now. Hey, look at us when we did our first one. Ha 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 ha. We'll have one of those moments to celebrate a year of us being on here.
Yeah. Skellz says, "Can we talk about these rats I got? Because I swear they haven't moved from snuggling since I got them."
Yes, we can actually talk about rats and ASFs and
breeding rodents in general.
Just anything that you want to talk about, we will definitely talk about it. We're not just going to stay focused on the snakes. We're going to show you guys some cool stuff, different racks that we have, how our setups are for our rats, and what we're producing for the snakes. So we'll kind of go over a little bit of everything.
And there's also I mean, I know you have a couple of different. I think you have a king snake too. Yeah, you have a king snake. So, and then I have a bunch of different stuff. It's not we can show other things just besides ball pythons too for one show. We can be like, hey, what else we got?
Now, I will warn you, I will not bring my king snake out. I'll still put him in his thing because unless he's got food in his mouth, ain't nobody touching him. Because he likes to use the bathroom all over everything.
I'll bring mine out and get blood for views.
There we go. See? That's what we'll do. So we'll have a king snake night. There'll be a lot of paper towels used that night because they're gnarly. It's a breed
they're awesome.
They're awesome. But it's a breed that I'll warn you now, don't think that they're anything like a ball python because they're not.
They are garbage disposals and all they want is food.
Yeah.
You think boas are bad? Meet a king snake.
Yeah, king snakes are they just constantly eat with those guys. So we'll show us some of that. I'm sure over this series.
Skellz says get Kurt to get the king snake out.
You do know he hears all of this, so I can't be like, hey, guess what? This is what you're doing.
Kurt, you're locked in. You're gonna be bleeding on camera.
Yeah, you're gonna be bleeding on camera, and it's not gonna be from one of these guys.
Amber, it might be Saturdays, it might be other days. The next one we're planning on doing on Monday when Kurt's there. So that's the next one. There might be one on Saturday after the next Saturday too, but I'd like to, because it's easier for me on the weekends just because I'm not working. But I can do other nights of the week. It's kind of right now, kind of a plan to see how it goes. As once we get into like March and April, it's gonna be a little hairy for me because I'm getting married in April. And Nikki's coming to my wedding. So we might be AWOL for a week or two. Yeah. I'll be AWOL for probably about 2 weeks because then I'm going on my honeymoon for 10 days. But
I'll let her slide. I'll let her go on her honeymoon. That's what I'm gonna do.
Yeah, Skellz, loyal fan right here, he says.
Right?
Hey, as long as Kurt bleeds on camera, he's here for the party.
Yeah, well, as long as Kurt's bleeding.
Kurt says, I just want to have a drink.
Well, don't forget to bring your tumbler because
and eat barbecue. Oh yeah, I'll rock my tumbler next time. I was gonna put tea in it and I ran out of time.
I'm now doing this one today. I actually stole. This is actually Jason's. I stole his. Dirty. So
Kurt also wants to eat barbecue. He said
he will be eating a ton of barbecue. I got to show him some of that hospitality. As you guys know, what you guys see on camera is what everybody gets, but we go all out. So we're going to celebrate Kurt's birthday. That was this past Thursday. We're going to celebrate that when he gets here. Got a couple of surprises.
Artemis is coming to say hello to the camera.
Artemis. If you guys don't know, that's Artemis. Artemis is actually on Lauren's sticker. And that is her logo snake.
Yeah, when I first got her, she was solid black and white. She's a super pastel TSK Exanthic. And when I first got her, she was solid black and white. And she went through a couple of sheds, like when she was about a year old. And that happened. She's got all this kind of like pixelation and grays and whites.
She's so pretty.
This is actually her first breeding season. She just hit 1,500 grams. So she is getting paired to my banana clown male. So we're getting double head banana clown or double head clown Exanthics. Hopefully.
Oh, getting some banana. I can't wait to see that one.
Yeah, pastel bananas. Yeah, double head for clown and Exanthic. I'm not gonna be mad about that at all.
Right? I'm not gonna complain. That's a good pairing.
I don't even know if they'll all be. I think they'll all have to stay here, to be honest.
It's time to get some more rack space. What are we gonna do with you?
Yeah, I'm gonna have to go to get another sea serpents rack.
Yes, I still
Build another couple of these.
my other hatchling rack is a sea serpent, and Jason hasn't moved that up here yet. It's still in the box downstairs, but I do have another 18 tub sea serpent hatchling rack prepared for this season. But I don't know, these females, man, they're just doing their own thing. So we'll see. But you guys will get a chance to follow the journey.
My blade clown, by the way, or my blade het clown, my double het clown hypo is looking like she's probably gonna go. She's looking super good.
Nice. I'm excited about that one. Like Lauren has a lot of snakes this season that she gets a chance to go, and like since knowing her, it's just like you're like you cheer it on. You're like, yeah, so and so's probably gonna go. It's like a cheering section.
She's had 4 confirmed locks so far. So I mean, it's just a matter of time. She's thick. She is so thick, and I can't palpate to save my life, and I'm poor, and I don't have an ultrasound. So that's
the goal for this season for us, is to finish the season with an ultrasound machine. So getting up in those numbers, you kind of don't want to have to waste the males. So I'll ultrasound some eggs, hopefully.
Yeah, I can't wait to get that incubator full of eggs again. Well, full being a relative term. It's not going to be full, but
it's just such a it's like a happy feeling having incubators going and hearing the sounds and like anticipating what you're going to get. So
I'm going to have to fight this year though, because I have my tree frogs on my incubator because I'm out of space in my room. So I'm going to have to move a 40-gallon aquarium every time I have to get into the incubator.
That's crazy. Well, it'll be all worth it.
Yeah, it'll be worth it.
Well, where are you going? I think me and Lauren are gonna stop the video here, so because we're kind of like at that hour. We're trying not to do the videos too long for you guys, because we all know everybody's got places to go and things. But some nights we might be longer, some nights we might be shorter. You never know with us.
Get us going on the topic and see how long we can talk. That's your challenge for next time.
This one, like I said, this was a trial run. This was the first episode to kind of get, the willies out of everything, internet and connections and everybody. Each week we have our own Instagram. So go follow Snakin Around, guys. You guys will find out all the cool information about the show there.
Man, we need to get Kurt and Sean on at the same time because, man, they're going at it in the chat right now.
Actually, what's funny is I tried really hard to get Sean to come here while Kurt was here, but he couldn't get off work. So I went to them in the same house and just let it go. But we're gonna get him on soon. I think that should be like another show, like timing it just right for Sean and him, to go on together. That would be interesting.
Be a very amusing.
They are so amusing to watch, to listen to these two go on and on and on and on. If you guys aren't following those two, go follow those two. They'll keep you laughing all night. But we're gonna end it here, guys, tonight. Again, if you guys have suggestions or breeds you guys want us to start talking about, let us know. We're open to suggestions and kind of let you guys put out topics if you guys want us to talk about it. If not, we'll come up with something.
We'll ramble.
Bee snakes.
We'll show more animals next week. These are our mascots for each of our logos, so they had to be our first ones.
Yeah, they got the first show. So here they are. The snakes and the logos. Now you guys know, have met them.
Ragnar and Artemis.
Yep. And we greatly appreciate you guys stopping by.
Yes, thank you so much, everybody, for joining. It means a lot that y'all were able to stop in.
Comment about it, whatever. Me and Lauren are here to just, get around, talk about the snakes again. Snaking around, learning.
We're going to be on again on Monday, probably around the same time, I would imagine. That way I have time to settle down after work for a bit. Yeah, but we're going to be on with Kurt.
afternoon. So yeah, probably about this time Monday. Look for the thumbnails out there. We'll get them out there as soon as we know show dates and times. And we had fun, guys. Thank you guys so much for coming in and talking, listening to us, and getting this first one out of the way.
Yeah, thank you guys so much. We'll see y'all on Monday.
All right, guys. Have a good night. Snakes do snake things. Bye.
Peace out, guys.